I don't know about you, but it really feels like NASCAR is standing at a crossroads right now, and we are watching it all unfold in real time. Because heading into 2026, something has clearly changed, and it's not just a small schedule update or a minor rule adjustment. This feels bigger, deeper, the kind of shift that makes you question what this sport is really becoming. We're talking about the Daytona 500, the race that creates legends, the race that sets the tone for the entire season. And now, even the process of getting into that race has been completely reshaped in a way that already has the garage buzzing. It's intense, it's controversial, and it might completely change how we view the biggest event in NASCAR. Because if you're a real fan, you already know this isn't just about qualifying. It's about identity. It's about fairness. It's about who gets a shot at history and who gets sent home before the green flag even drops. Before we break it all down, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. NASCAR Insider News is a new channel, and we're trying to hit our first 100 subscribers. If NASCAR is something you live and breathe every week, you're in the right place. Now, let's get into it, because this is where things get serious. According to Fox Sports insider Bob Pockrass, NASCAR has officially changed the qualifying format for the 2026 Daytona 500. And these aren't minor tweaks, these are career-defining, high-pressure changes. Here's how it works. On Wednesday night at Daytona International Speedway, drivers will take part in single-car qualifying. No drafting help, no teammates. Just the driver, the car, and the clock. Pure speed. This time, the two fastest open entries lock themselves into the Daytona 500 immediately. No dual pressure, no waiting. If you're fast enough, you're in, and you can finally breathe. But for everyone else, the pressure only increases. The remaining open teams will have to fight for their spot in the qualifying duels on Thursday night. And here's the twist. Each duel only offers one open transfer spot. That means if you didn't lock in on speed, you're entering a short, aggressive, winner-takes-all race where only one driver moves forward. It's brutal, it's unforgiving, it's pure Daytona survival. And the numbers make it even tighter. There are 37 drivers already locked into the field. The 36 charter teams, plus one guaranteed open entry. That spot belongs to Jimmy Johnson through the open exemption provisional, meaning he doesn't have to qualify at all. So now, that leaves 8 drivers fighting for just 4 remaining spots. Anthony Alfredo, Justin Allgaier, Corey LaJoie, BJ McLeod, Casey Mears, Chandler Smith, JJ Yaley, and Corey Heim, all battling for survival. Only half will make it. The rest go home before the season even begins. And remember, this is the Daytona 500, the race that opens the entire season, the race that shapes storylines, momentum, and careers. And in 2026, it matters even more because the championship format is shifting back to a season-long points battle for the top 16 drivers over a 1-0 race title run. No eliminations, no resets, just constant pressure. That means early wins and consistency matter again more than ever. And a Daytona 500 victory? That's a massive head start. History already weighs heavily here. NASCAR has opened the season with the Daytona 500 every year since 1982. William Byron has won the last 2, and Denny Hamlin still leads active drivers with 3 Daytona 500 wins. Everyone knows what's at stake when they roll onto that grid, which is why this new qualifying system feels so significant. On one hand, NASCAR is saying, earn your place. No exceptions, no safety net. But just days later, the sport found itself in a very different situation at the clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. That event was supposed to be old-school short-track chaos. Instead, it turned into controversy. Weather rolled in. Sleet started falling during the race. Teams were ready with wet weather tires, but NASCAR paused the race to dry the track first. Then officials ordered everyone to switch to wet tires before the restart, removing strategy entirely. Later, a mandatory fuel stop was called after multiple cars ran dry. And during that stop, some teams made tire decisions that got penalized, including Carson Hocevar's 77 teams switching to slicks instead of wets. That's when the criticism really started. Jeff Gluck openly questioned the direction, comparing it to Formula One, where teams make their own strategic calls and live with the consequences. If you gamble and lose, that's racing. Even crew chiefs like James Small expressed frustration, pointing out how controlled the situation felt compared to traditional NASCAR racing. And that's where the contradiction becomes impossible to ignore. For Daytona qualifying, NASCAR is strict, miss your lap, and you're out. No mercy. But in live racing conditions, when chaos hits, the sport steps in with rules, resets, and mandatory decisions. Two completely different philosophies. And heading into 2026, that raises a major question. What is NASCAR trying to be? A pure survival of the fittest motorsport, where drivers and teams control their fate? Or a more managed, controlled environment designed to prevent chaos from deciding outcomes? Because if teams are told they must fight for their lives just to make the field, fans are going to notice when that same intensity disappears once the race actually begins. And that's the tension heading into Daytona. So what does all this really mean? It means the 2026 Daytona 500 is about more than just winning a race. It's about identity. It's about direction. It's about what NASCAR wants its future to look like. Do you trust teams to make their own decisions? Do you reward pure speed and smart strategy? Or do you step in to control the chaos? For drivers trying to qualify, there is no safety net. It's speed or nothing. For championship contenders, every point from Daytona forward suddenly matters again. And for fans, this race might set the tone not just for a season, but for an entire era. Now I want to hear from you. Do you like this new qualifying format? And did NASCAR go too far with its decisions at the Clash? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe to NASCAR Insider News. We're building a community of real NASCAR fans, and every new subscriber helps us grow. Daytona is coming, the pressure is rising, and 2026 might tell us exactly where this sport is headed next.